Hey there guys, and welcome to another episode of Let's Speedrun Link's Awakening DX 100%. So in the last episode, we did a whole lot of things, covered water jumping, covered villa skip, dick pics, all that good stuff. In this episode, we are going to be taking on Dungeon 3, which is one of the, more straightforward dungeons in the game. There's not really too much to it, but with that said, let's get into it. So, to start off, you want to jump to the left and pause to avoid the text box that pops up. Change to your bracelet so that you can hit that door. Then switch back to feather and sword. You want to charge a spin slash for this room. Come approach it to the left here. You want to ideally do something along those lines. You want to take out those 3 enemies to the left there. Kind of all at the same time. I got a little bit lucky. There is some luck involved as far as the bomb placement, because one thing about the bombs in this dungeon is that they explode upon contact with anything that isn't, a wall or Link. So the Zol, the reason why that left bomb exploded instantly is there was that small little gel over here, and he just went up and exploded and blew up on the Zol. For that reason, you also, if there are heart or rupee drops in this room, you'd never want to pick them up until all the bombs have exploded, because they can explode by hitting those drops. So, yeah. So then grab the small key, come over here, jump to avoid this lag. This is one of the only spots in the game where you have 3 doors that close at once, so a lot of lag there you want to avoid. We do have a small super jump right here. It doesn't save too much time, to be honest, so if you aren't very good at getting super jumps consistently or quickly, it's just faster to just like jump around the conveyor belt and everything. But otherwise, the way you want to do this is you want to just come down here, jump over here, and you're good. Here we want to charge a spin slash, hit the bottom guy, jump up with the remaining spin slash to hit the other 2, so you can get all 3 of them in one motion. That's the fastest way I've found. Here, just slash until they're both dead, pretty much. Grab the key, charge a spin slash, jump to avoid door lag, jump again to keep moving. Jump again to keep moving when you release your spin slash. Because that's one thing about Rock's Feather. That's one thing that I think is a big difference from casual playthroughs, is you want to, if you just release the spin slash, you stop in place. But if you keep jumping, if you jump while you release, you'll keep moving. So, want to do that. Again, immediately charge a spin slash. I like to charge down because these guys can sometimes drop a guardian acorn. So if you charge it to the right, you can potentially pick it up with your sword. So I charge down. This room has a couple of different ways of going about it. I like to kind of do that. Just shimmy on over back to the right a little bit to wait for the guy to teleport. Another way I've seen it done is something along these lines. Oh, not that. My apologies. Something along these lines where you kind of go down and do it, but I have much less success with that. So this is just kind of what's comfortable for me. Right there. So from here, we are going to go into the Dongo fight, which has a very interesting mechanic to it. So usually you're supposed to kill these guys, which I think the fastest way to do it is, jumping over them and instantly dropping it in front of them. But if you don't feel comfortable with that, what you can do is just get pretty close to their mouths and just drop it in there. But you do risk taking damage that way, and they do a full heart of damage. So it's something to be careful of. So the interesting thing about this boss fight, there are 2 Dodongos, but if you kill one of them, either one, then you leave and come back. Oh, hey, look. They're both dead for some reason. This is a save and quit category, so we push this block up here, because we're going to be leaving down the bottom. I guess this is a good time to talk about menuing. So, menuing is very, very much personal preference. But it's also, it's very, you know, it's very personal, but it's also very variable, I guess. I'm not finding the right word, but you know what I mean. It's dynamic. There we go. The menu, the equips are very dynamic in this game because, you know, I can have my items like this, or I can have them like this. Like, it completely varies from person to person. So one thing you might want to do eventually, this is something to do later on once you've gotten the basic mechanics down. One thing you might want to do is go through, come up with an equipment route, menu route that you find most comfortable. The reason I'm bringing this up right now is because this is one of my largest menus in the game. Because basically my goal here is to get the 6 most frequently used items, which is sword, feather, bombs, arrows, bracelet, boots. I want to get those 6 items to be in A, B, or these first 4 slots right here. And so this is just like a convenient time for me to do it. I don't know why this is the time I decided that I wanted to do this, but yeah, so kind of the way it looks for me is something like this. Whoops. There we go. Something along those lines. It's, again, very, very personal. It's something, I'm the only one who does this menu, and there are a million different ways to do the menus in this game. So it's totally personal preference, but yeah, something I figured I should bring up at some point or another. But with that long rant out of the way, we're going to come down here. We are going to bomb arrow this wall and jump over this pit. This is a slight difference from no save and quit, and also what you would see Zorlax do. I believe this is like 1 second faster or something. It's really super small difference, to be honest. Then right here, we want not that. We want to put on our boot and sword. It's a little bit faster to save and quit there. Also want to put our boots and feather back on, avoid door lag, etc. We want to unlock these 3, and we do have another flock clip, which you can pretty consistently set up with just by bonking this wall, and then you'll end up wall clipped. Although if you want to, you can also just kind of YOLO it. And then this one you want to jump, buffer a jump, and then hold down left, and then wiggle your way down. Important thing to note, do not go back up that ladder ever again. If you do, you will have to save and quit because you'll soft lock. Because you won't be able to get back down the stairs, but you also won't be able to get back, you won't be able to go back through the key block. So this cave, pretty straightforward. Something to note on ladders in this game is that if you just slightly tap down, you just fall down. So something to note. Want boots and feather, or boots and sword here. Charge a boot through here, come up this way, come in here, cancel boss text. We want to bonk against the wall twice. One time to lower the boss down, and another time to avoid getting stunned by his attack. This boss can be kind of finicky, honestly. Ideally, you would want something like that to happen. Slash him 4 times, and you should be able to just use your boots to go right through him and split him in half. There is a quick kill that we cannot do because we don't have Piece of Power, so we kind of have to rely on RNG. We put on Feather here, charge a spin slash, hope they get close together, and then release the spin slash. They'll both jump up, wait for them to come down, release the spin slash as they both come down, and then you should be able to kill them both at the same time, hopefully near the door. So it should look something like this. Something like that. That's something that's going to take some time to get used to. Also, I personally find it more comfortable to prepare my equip for the next split before I get the instrument, but other people have other preferences, like many things in this game. This game has a lot of individuality, room for, you know, it's the same time one way or the other, it just depends on what you're comfortable with. So, but yeah, like I said, pretty straightforward dungeon, a little bit of a long rant about equips in the middle there, but that is pretty much going to do it for Dungeon 3. Last thing to note, you can jump to avoid door lag, but if you use boots, it is actually like a fraction of a second faster. So if you have boots and feather equipped, you want to use boots to go grab the instrument like this. So that is pretty much the end of the episode. In the next episode, we have a lot of overworld stuff to do. We are going to be collecting a ton of pictures, heart pieces, I think 2 or 3 of them. Gonna be getting a lot of seashells, like another 5 to 7, or no, like 7 or 8 or something like that. We have a lot to do. So yeah, that's gonna be in the next episode, but for now, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.